eager to landmark this building. All they're waiting for is us to have ownership once again of the building, and it goes forth. So there's not a question of it obtaining or receiving that designation. And there's not a question of when. It will happen. For me, it's an audacity that we have to go through to make it happen. Okay? There is fairness in the world. However, at this particular moment, I'm going to just put it out there that there's a disconnect between legality, moral, and ethic. Okay? We went to court with an expectation of receiving justice. Justice is nothing more than an expectation, but that's what we found out. And that is a solid reality for the majority of individuals who populate the United States.
Greg, if I just to give a little history, all these Victorians, as Greg said, were located somewhere else. And there was a man who proposed to the redevelopment agency and got initial approval to come and take all the buildings, move them to Fisherman's Wharf, and create Victorian Village at the wharf. And when he found out that would be too expensive, he then made a proposal to cut off just the Victorian facades, put them on a truck, and move them down to Fisherman's Wharf. And the African American community, he was going to put them on a warehouse and create Victorian Village. And the African American community, under the leadership of organizations like WAPAC and others, protested that and said, why can't we create Victorian Village, which became Victorian Square, here in the Fillmore? And the buildings were then moved over here. Victorian Village was created. Every owner of these buildings but one, which was I think it was the Osato family, who had been relocated by redevelopment as well, belonged to an African American who was relocated through the redevelopment process. And I think you all were the last African American owners still here in Victorian Square. But that's how this all came about. And so people should know that. It's just further indication of this whole issue of the transfer of wealth.
And to push this matter further, it took Third Baptist 5 years for its original site at Grant and Greenwich to be declared a historical landmark. Number two, you check out your Convention and Visitors Bureau. There's no listing of African American historical places. You have Mission Dolores, you have Chinatown, you have Japantown, but again, as I said in my opening statement, it appears that in this town, there's no place for Africa Town, Swahili Town, Yoruba Town. That is a sad commentary on San Francisco.